Here's one of those basketball games that reads like fiction, yet is as real as this basket by the Boston Celtics. The opposition is the Syracuse Nationals, a Cinderella team given practically no chance against the Celtics in division playoffs of the National Basketball Association. But they've thrown away the script. Syracuse is making the seventh and deciding game memorable. Sparking their drive is high point man Dolph Shea. Neither team's been able to win on the opponent's home court. The final game's at Boston. Heinschen connects with a long one to try to keep that hex intact. The boys from Syracuse refuse to call it quits. Time and again hitting for the bullseye to lead at halftime. The passing wizardry of Bob Cousy and clutch shooting of Frank Ramsey keep the Boston fans shouting. It's still close as the teams enter the fourth quarter. Watch again as Cousy turns the final minutes of the contest into a cameraman's delight. Boston begins to pull away now, wiping out a 5-point deficit, adding 5 additional points, and racking up a 130-125 victory. Next, they'll meet Minneapolis for Pro Basketball's World Championship.
Fourth game of the NBA title playoffs. The Boston Celtics in dark suits, Sharman and Russell and company, against the home team Minneapolis Lakers. Boston has won 3 in a row, so this is do or die for the Lakers. Bob Cousy is off for the basket as Boston puts on more pressure. In their final big bid, the Lakers get close as Vern Mickelson hits for the bullseye. Can they pull one game out of the fire? Tension builds as Mickelson comes through again. Dramatically, Boston coach Red Auerbach calls on reliable Frank Ramsey to help apply the crusher. It comes with lightning speed. Celtics win 118-113. Auerbach's team first to clean sweep the title playoffs. Defending the National Basketball Association Championship, the Boston Celtics in white shirts and their number 14, the tireless playmaker Bob Cousy, excite the home crowd with a brilliant performance against the St. Louis Hawks. This is the 7th and deciding contest. The Hawks make it close as long as they're able. A reliable hand, Cy Green is banking one in. Cousy does quarterback duty for the Celtics, an unbeatable squad today. Frank Ramsey notches the 2-pointer. The Hawks still fight to keep in the game. Cliff Hagan scores. But the Boston faithful know it's in the bag now. Cousy sets up another goal. Red Auerbach's Celtics win 122-103. His great playmaker carried off in triumph. At home with his family, his wife and his 2 young daughters, Bob Cousy, basketball's great man with the frozen features and burning drive. Bob is leaving pro basketball after 13 years with the Boston Celtics, and his family is joined by legions of well-wishers, and there are gifts and a message from President Kennedy at ceremonies in the Boston Garden. The 34-year-old backcourt wizard is embraced by Coach Red Auerbach, who reluctantly accepts his star's decision to turn to coaching himself at Boston College. Cousy played at Holy Cross as an undergraduate. Only this last regular season National Basketball Association game against Syracuse and the playoffs stand between Cousy and his retirement. He hits for 2-pointers and otherwise makes his familiar number 14 prominent on the court. This expert playmaker who is hailed tonight as pro basketball's greatest figure. The Celtics and Cousy have notched their 5th Eastern Division title in a row, closing the regular season with a 125-116 win over Syracuse. Bob was NBA Most Valuable Player 2 years in a row, All-League First Team 10 years in a row. the only man to play in all 13 All-Star games. Mr. Basketball indeed. Those amazing, spectacular Boston Celtics in light uniforms turn the 5th game of the NBA playoffs into a rout. Number 24, Sam Jones, is a top scorer. But make no mistake, the game on Boston's home court is a team effort. Jones and Bill Russell, Casey Jones, and the rest of Red Auerbach Celtics always play it that way. The opposing Los Angeles Lakers are great, but it must require a special kind of greatness in order to overcome Boston. None has found the real formula. Casey Jones makes the steal and goes for the basket. That's Walt Hazzard getting possession for the Lakers. He scores. Number 16 for Boston is Tom Sanders. Watch. Number 12 is Willie Knowles. How can you stop them? Boston hits for a record 21 field goals in the final period. The runaway score amounts to 129-96. The Celtics win the playoff 4 games to 1, their 7th straight NBA title. No other major professional sports team has held a championship through 7 consecutive seasons.